Welcome to this presentation on risk management in construction projects, brought to you by Roa'a Handasiya. In this short session, we'll explore key concepts, processes, and real-world applications that shape risk management in the construction sector. Risk management in civil engineering is a systematic process of identifying, analyzing, and mitigating potential risks that could negatively impact a project's success. Civil engineering projects, from bridges and buildings to dams and highways, are inherently complex and face a wide range of uncertainties that can affect their scope, schedule, budget, safety, and quality. Effective risk management is crucial for navigating these uncertainties and ensuring project objectives are met. By the end of this video, you will understand what risk means, distinguish different risk types, grasp the importance of risk management in construction, learn the PMBOK risk management process, and reflect on practical case studies. What is risk? Risk is the effect of uncertainty on project objectives. It can be positive or negative. Different standards offer nuanced definitions, from HM Treasury to ISO 31000, but all emphasize probability and impact. In construction, uncertainty is the norm, not the exception. Why is risk management important? Construction projects are highly sensitive to risks. Delays, cost overruns, safety incidents, and quality issues can all derail a project. Proactive risk management reveals hidden threats, protects lives and resources, and improves outcomes in time, cost, quality, and safety. Risks are everywhere, in our daily lives and especially in the world of construction. Understanding them is the first step toward managing them. In real life, we face unpredictable events like car accidents, which can cause financial, emotional, and physical harm. These are examples of risks that strike without warning. Major disasters such as airplane crashes are rare but catastrophic. They highlight the importance of thorough risk planning, safety checks, and emergency preparedness. In construction, worker injuries are among the most common risks. Unsafe practices, lack of protective equipment, or even fatigue can lead to serious accidents. Falls from height, like this one from a ladder, are a leading cause of fatalities in construction. Proper scaffolding, training, and supervision are critical to prevent such incidents. Even at home, something as simple as a kitchen fire demonstrates how quickly small risks can escalate. This mirrors construction sites, where a spark can lead to a major fire hazard. Operating heavy machinery poses constant risks, from mechanical failure to human error. Proper training and vigilance are essential on site. Whether in everyday life or on a construction site, risks are inevitable, but they don't have to be uncontrollable. By identifying, assessing, and preparing for risks, we can build safer environments and better outcomes. Risks are not all the same. They come in many forms and affect projects in different ways. We often classify them to better understand and manage their impact. For example, some risks are internal, such as staff shortages or equipment failure. These arise from within the organization and are often within our control. Others are external, like changes in regulations, economic crises, or natural disasters. Factors we can't control but must prepare for. We also distinguish between known risks, which can be anticipated and planned for, and unknown risks, which are unpredictable and require contingency planning. Another important distinction is between strategic risks, which affect the long-term goals and direction of a project or organization, and operational risks, which impact the day-to-day execution of tasks. By understanding these classifications, we can apply the right tools and strategies, whether it's preventive measures, contingency planning, or active monitoring, to manage risks more effectively and minimize their impact. Construction projects are complex by nature and exposed to numerous risks that can impact performance, cost, time, and quality. At the core of effective risk management lies a strong framework that protects the scope of the project, ensuring that time, cost, quality, and stakeholder expectations are managed efficiently. One of the most common risks in construction is delay. These can result from poor planning, weather conditions, or material shortages, each causing disruptions to the schedule and increasing overall project time. Unexpected archaeological discoveries may halt construction and trigger regulatory investigations. While such findings are historically valuable, They often lead to extended project timelines and added legal procedures. Price increases, especially for materials and labor, are another significant threat. These fluctuations can cause cost overruns, affect budget allocations, and strain financial resources. Protests and disputes among stakeholders can arise due to environmental concerns, land acquisition, or labor rights. Managing stakeholder communication is essential to prevent conflicts that may delay or derail the project. By identifying these potential risks early, from delays and archaeological findings to cost spikes and stakeholder disputes, construction managers can implement proactive measures. This ensures projects are delivered on time, within budget, and to the desired quality standards. According to the PMBOK guide, risk management follows a structured and systematic process that ensures risks are identified, analyzed, and handled proactively throughout the project lifecycle. Plan risk management. This step defines how risk management activities will be conducted, setting roles, responsibilities, tools, and techniques for the entire process. Identify risks. In this stage, potential risks that could affect the project are recognized, documented, and categorized. This includes both threats and opportunities. Perform qualitative risk analysis. Here, risks are prioritized based on their likelihood of occurring and their impact on project objectives, often using risk matrices. Perform quantitative risk analysis. This process uses numerical methods and simulations to assess the combined effect of identified risks on overall project performance. Plan risk responses. Strategies are developed to address high-priority risks, whether through avoidance, mitigation, transfer, or acceptance. Opportunities may also be exploited or enhanced. Implement risk responses. The planned actions are executed to address risks as they arise, ensuring that response strategies are actually put into practice. Monitor risks. Finally, risks are continuously tracked, reassessed, and updated throughout the project. This ensures that new risks are identified and that response strategies remain effective together. These steps form a proactive and adaptive cycle that strengthens decision-making and enhances project resilience. Good governance is essential for effective risk oversight. This framework demonstrates how key governance elements align with risk management functions to safeguard organizational performance and integrity. Risk is not just a technical concern. It is a strategic priority at the core of project governance. It shapes decision-making, resource allocation, and the setting of organizational priorities across the project lifecycle. In today's dynamic environment, static plans are no longer enough. Modern governance relies on real-time monitoring tools, dashboards, and adaptive policies that respond quickly to emerging risks. When risk management is integrated into strategic planning, organizations become more resilient, responsive, and sustainable, not only surviving disruptions but thriving through them. Key elements of governance and risk integration. 1. Board oversight. Board-level oversight is vital in setting the tone for effective risk management. It ensures strategic risks are actively monitored and addressed at the highest level, providing clear direction and accountability. 2. Internal controls. Internal controls help protect the organization from internal risks such as fraud, errors, or operational inefficiencies. These mechanisms ensure consistent checks and balances across all departments. 3. Transparency and disclosure. Transparent communication of risk exposure and mitigation plans builds trust with stakeholders. It enables informed decision-making by both internal teams and external partners. 4. Compliance. Adhering to legal, ethical, and industry standards is a core governance responsibility. Compliance reduces the likelihood of penalties, regulatory breaches, and reputational damage. 5. Performance and accountability. Aligning risk appetite with corporate objectives ensures that performance is measured and accountability is enforced. This fosters a culture of responsibility where risks are managed in pursuit of strategic goals. Striking the right balance between control and risk is crucial for any organization aiming to operate efficiently without exposing itself to unnecessary vulnerabilities. On the left side of the slide, we see a graph comparing the cost of risk and the cost of control. The red curve represents the cost of risk, which is high when control is too low. The blue curve shows the cost of implementing controls, which increases as control measures become more extensive. The green line represents the total cost. The goal is to reach the point of optimal balance, where the combined cost of risk and control is minimized. Too little control leads to unmanageable risks, while too much control becomes inefficient and expensive. On the right side, we contrast the consequences of overcontrol and undercontrol. Under overcontrol, organizations may suffer from excessive rules and procedures, high operational costs, slower decision-making, and a stifling of innovation. Meanwhile, undercontrol leads to serious threats like lack of risk mitigation, higher chances of incidents, reputation damage and financial losses, and unpredictable processes and surprises. Clearly, neither extreme is desirable. The key takeaway is that successful risk management is not about eliminating risk entirely, nor about restricting operations with excessive control. It's about finding the optimal balance, where risks are adequately managed without incurring excessive costs or losing agility. A prime example of integrated risk management is the BAA Terminal 5 project at Heathrow. BAA adopted a collaborative partnering approach for the Terminal 5 construction project at Heathrow Airport, reflecting a strategic shift from traditional risk allocation methods. Unlike conventional contracts where risk is distributed among stakeholders, BAA assumed full responsibility for all project-related risks. This bold move ensured greater control over critical aspects such as cost, time, safety, and quality. Additionally, BAA fostered a culture of continuous improvement by securing firm commitments from its supply chain partners to work collaboratively, share lessons learned, and proactively resolve issues. This approach not only enhanced trust and transparency across the project but also drove innovation, reduced adversarial relationships, and significantly minimized delays and disputes throughout the construction process. BAA's approach to project management goes beyond scheduling and coordination. It is embedded as a core tool within risk management. They implement a structured system that integrates risk control ratings across every level of the project team. This means that for every identified risk, the root cause is analyzed and managed based on a defined control scale. Let's look at how the risk control levels are categorized. Level 1. The risk is not managed at an acceptable level. Action is required. Level 2. The risk is managed adequately, but there's room for improvement. Level 3. This is the optimal level. Risk is under control and no further action is necessary. Level 4. The solution overcontrols the risk, leading to unnecessary cost or complexity. It should be adjusted. Importantly, Level 5 highlights a key aspect of BAA's strategy. High-priority risks are identified early in the project lifecycle, and potential solutions are tested in advance to validate their effectiveness. This proactive, analytical method ensures that risks are kept within tolerable levels while optimizing performance and cost efficiency across the project. In BAA's risk management framework, several core principles guide successful project delivery and risk control. 1. The risk ownership remains with the client. This means that accountability for overall project risks cannot be outsourced. It must be led and controlled by the client organization. 2. Project management serves risk and opportunity management, not the other way around. All planning, scheduling, and resource allocation should actively support the identification and mitigation of risks. 3. Risks should be assigned to those best equipped to manage them. Individuals or teams with the right expertise, tools, and authority to act effectively. 4. Collaboration with suppliers plays a crucial role. Working together fosters shared benefits, reduced friction, and improved outcomes for all parties. 5. Leadership at the board level is essential. Senior management must be visibly engaged in driving the risk strategy forward, setting tone, priorities, and culture. 6. Off-site prefabrication is embraced as a strategy to enhance safety and reduce on-site errors or rework, supporting both time and quality objectives. 7. Finally, major projects demand experienced leadership, leaders who can build trust, navigate challenges, and minimize conflict through sound judgment and strong communication. Together, these principles form the foundation of BAA's proactive, integrated approach to managing complex project risks. Let's reinforce what we've learned about risk in construction with a quick quiz and personal reflection. On this slide, you'll find two sections: a short quiz and a reflection prompt. First, take a moment to test your understanding. Pause the video, read the questions, and jot down your answers. No grades, just a chance to check your recall. Now for reflection. Can risk ever be fully eliminated in a project? What are two risks you've personally seen on a construction site? Write your answers, then press play when you're ready to move on. Risk is inevitable in construction projects. But here's the good news, it's also manageable. Every project, no matter the size or scope, faces uncertainty. It could be cost overruns, material shortages, design errors, or delays from weather or supply chains. But what separates successful projects from failing ones isn't the absence of risk. It's how risk is anticipated, assessed, and controlled. This is where proactive and integrated risk planning becomes essential. Rather than waiting for problems to arise, effective project teams plan for uncertainty from the very beginning. And when risk management is aligned with corporate governance, supported by clear policies, accountability, and strategic decision-making, it evolves from being just a protective measure to becoming a strategic driver of success. Practical tools such as risk registers, heat maps, and scenario analysis empower project teams to act early, communicate better, and make smarter decisions. In the end, risk doesn't have to be the enemy. With the right mindset and the right framework, it becomes a source of control, resilience, and even opportunity. Before we wrap up, here are the key references that informed the content of this session. These references are recommended for further reading if you'd like to deepen your understanding of risk management frameworks, tools, and applications. Thank you for your time and attention throughout this session. We hope you gained valuable insights into risk management and its real-world application in construction projects. If you have any questions or wish to explore the topic further, please don't hesitate to reach out. Until our next lesson, keep learning, stay prepared, and let your projects reflect innovation, responsibility, and leadership.